Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Bruce Willis here, coming at you with the Clash of Clans video. My name is Tam. My first video. Yeah, fucking noob at this, but yeah, you'll get used to it. But today I'm gonna go over some farming strategies. I know people don't really go into depth with this. They mainly say, "Oh, you just fucking cook a bunch of barbarians and archers, and that's what you do." But no, that's not quite it. Other people, they don't really understand how to attack with it. I mean, I'm going to show you some replays and how to use Barch. I've seen a lot of people just spam click and they basically take out all the barracks and get no damn loot at all. So I'm going to go over some replays and hopefully you guys can get examples. So let's start up here. My friend Legit 3-star. He's going to be coming in with the Barch on a semi-dead base. You have a bunch of loot in these gold storages, I see. But let's see what he does. It's a pretty short raid, as you can see. See, this is an example of what not to do. This dude's just fucking spamming everything. Yeah, he's a noob. Yeah, this is what you don't want to do. See how he just made a whole entire ring of barbarians around the base and just didn't give a shit? This is what you don't want to do, okay? So, he's probably not going to be picking up all the loot. He'll probably pick up a fair amount. And he probably will be able to snipe these storages. Looks like it, yeah. He'll get the majority of it, but this isn't. Speed it up a little bit. This isn't exactly going to plan. He's still got the fair amount of loot, but he could have at least funneled better and done a better job with trying to get them collectors. But it's a fair raid. He got a great loot, so good job on his part. All right, next up we have a raid by Step Up King, and this is an example of what isn't a farming raid. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I'm farming," and they'll be using like mass dragons and expensive armies, and that's not farming. Like, you need to be using cheap armies to be getting mass amounts of loot, which is the entire point of farming. So as you can see here, he's using what looks like a Jiwi with very amount of spells. I'm guessing clan castle troops. And yeah, that's not exactly a cheap raid. I mean, it's decent. Oh, he's also got bowlers in the killing castle. Oh yeah, he's a beast. Fuck yeah, bro. And he's picking on some Town Hall 7 with the giving. Well, you could have barched this raid easy, if that was what I'm trying to say. Like, all the loot is in the collectors. He could have barched this if he found it with Barch, but instead he's just gonna molest his base. There's not much to say here. This is another bad example of what farming isn't. It's, like I said, commonly misinterpreted. This, I mean, this was a good raid, I'm not gonna lie. It was great. And yeah, good for him that he got all this loot, but this isn't what I mean by a farming raid. Alright, we're back with another raid. This is from Fire Breath, my boy, my right hand man. One of my right hand men. No, sorry, Akatosh, ninja. But here's one of his raids. It's a Barch raid, and this is one of those bases that just pisses you off because see how there's some dead, collectors in the middle of the base? And like before they quit the game, they said, "Oh, let me be an asshole and put these fucking collectors in the inside and make it hard as hell for people to barch it." So, I mean, let's see how he does on this. He probably does a fair amount because he knows well. Yeah, see, this is what you want to do. You want to sprinkle about 5 barbarians on each collector if there's units in range, which he could have probably just put an archer right there and got that one, but you want to kind of sprinkle and conserve your barbarians and archers, so you're able to kind of move in on the base and get some of that dark elixir storage, or, I mean, drills, of course. But you really want to pay attention to how much you have left. So let's go ahead and speed this up, see how much he gets. And as you can see, he kind of takes his time and makes sure that he can get into the base. Yeah, see? And he really kind of spammed over here, but what he wanted to do was he wanted to have pretty much a bunch of barbarians to get all these collectors around this edge and then push his heroes into here, which he did miss out on, I think, half of the dark elixir loot, yeah. But, I mean, on these kinds of bases, it's really hard to get all of it, let's be honest, but it was a fair raid, so good job, Fire. Alright, this is going to be to the last raid I'm going to show from my clan chat, and this is from Lil Clasher. Oh, and also, he's a god too, so, But, this is his Barch raid. He's pretty much Yeah, this is a decent way. You can see how he's kind of conserving. He's not spraying all the way around the base in a circle, which is not what you want to do. I want to go over one thing real quick. Is that you want to make sure that whenever you go barching a base, I see this a lot, and people barch live bases with all the loot in these storages. You don't want to do that. That's not what you're aiming for. You want to find these dead bases with these. You can pretty much see with full collectors. You know, as you can see, they're pretty damn full. This thing's full. That's where all the loot is, and that's what he's going for on this raid. He's not going for the storages. He's going for the collectors, because that's where all the loot is on these dead bases. And let's speed it up a little bit so you can see how much he grabs. As you can see on the right hand corner, versus how much this army costs and how much he's picking up is very good. But I'm really curious to see if he's gonna be able to grab this dark elixir storage. Yeah, fucking drills. Because my knowledge right there. Yeah, see, he's conserving his troops. He has enough to get another. He should be able to push in on one of them with Barch, and then the other with heroes. Oh, trying to pick that one off, and he should move on it now. Oh, there he goes. So yeah, now he's trying to use what he has, and he's gonna move it. Can he grab it? Oh, there we go. And he should use his heroes right there, or the rest of it if he can take this out. Oh, he can. Wow. And I'm guessing the hero's gonna be just picking up extra percent. No, he's not even using them. All right, great. So that's a good example of how to use Barch. I mean, you can see he conserves his troops the entire raid, and that's mainly what you want to do. Otherwise, you're just spraying and praying, and you're not picking up anything. So this is just another example of, you know, what you should be doing versus fucking the other guy up at the top. All right, so we're back on my Town Hall 8.5. And we're going to be showing you an example, a live raid. And I'm going to be showing you a lot of attacks from here. I'm going to be showing you a lot of Town Hall 9 attacks with low heroes. As you can see, this is a new Town Hall 9. So I'm going to be showing you a live raid soon. Yep, sure. Oh, and also, if you want to train Barch, which, let's go ahead and go over. Farming armies aren't always just Barch, which is, you know, if you didn't know, it's consisting of just barbarians and archers. There's also different variations. Whenever you get higher up, there's also people who use giants with archers behind, which is called Garch, and then there's another Garch that has goblins and archers. And there's certain variations of different farming strategies. I can say legends. You know, some people use Lava Lunion because it's decently cheap, it's pretty balanced, and or like Clone Lunion, which is what I use on my 10 out of 10. Also. There's some people who use Jiwi, which is actually a pretty cheap attack for the most part. I mean, you don't want to go too overboard and have like bowlers in the clan castle and all these dark elixir troops and me milking other people's loot. But you really want to watch what you use. Like at lower town halls, I recommend Barch for, let's say, I mean, pretty much every dead base you find, you can probably Barch it. It's pretty much good for any town hall, depending on what base you find. Now, let's say for bases with the loot inside, I can say GW is it's pretty decent. I mean, it can get into the base and definitely destroy it, and also pick up the decent amount of loot as well. So let's go ahead and get into a live attack. Alright guys, perfect example right here. As you can see, this base has 0 loot in the storages, alright? Just go ahead and notice that. There's nothing in there. It's all dry as hell. But the storages, however, I just fucking said storage. It's collectors. The collectors is what's going to have all this loot in here. So what you're going to do is get the fuck out of my way. You're going to want to make sure you get all this. So you're not going to want to spray and pray. You're going to want to sprinkle a little bit. And I know some of these storages are out of range of units. So you can just use archers on those, and make sure you pick up the most percent as you can, because you know sometimes you don't want to lose trophies because you go too low, and that's when you want to. That's whenever you start finding more rush spaces instead. So as you can see, these archers have just got a range, and they're picking up loot. So the only problem I'm seeing is that if you go for these dark elixir drills, then there's gonna be a little bit of difficulty just because of the heroes guarding them, but they can be easily taken out with the Barch. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and grab the rest of this loot while we can. So we could put a couple archers right there. Yeah, grab it. And you can probably conserve the rest of this. If you conserve most of your army and you can get more percentage out of it, you probably have enough army left after the raid to just do another one. And if you keep training your barracks, you can do raid after raid after raid, especially if you have boosted barracks. So you just really want to pick up all the buildings that you can't really that aren't really in range of units, make sure you pick up percent. That's one of the big things here. So we're just picking up all the outside buildings, making sure we get everything. We're already at 24%, and at this point you can pretty much start spamming a lot down because we've already got most of the loot. And right now we're just wanting to get as much percent as possible so we don't drop in trophies too much. So just spam both troops. I'm using 2 fingers. I mean, whatever your preference is. And the town hall is right here, so you can push with heroes just to get in there. I'm just going to spam all my troops down, cause, you know, for the sake of getting this raid over with. And if you didn't know already, if your barbarian king is around other barbarians and you press his ability, they get boosted. So you can easily get in there and grab that town hall and get out of there. So boom, that's how you do it. And that's pretty much what we're gonna be. That's pretty much what we were doing today. I mean, I just want to go over that. That's something I've been stressing for a while, is that there's just not enough knowledge in people who just, you know, they don't really use their Barch at its full potential. So yeah, just make sure you take notes here, and you can get some serious loot if you just use it properly. Alright guys, I really appreciate you watching the video. If you like, please like and subscribe. You know, first video, it's good to have some feedback. I love comments. Always just let me know whenever you need anything. I'm glad to inform people. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'm gonna post a bunch of strategies, hopefully, you know, because I know our clan is needing some knowledge and war strategies. And yeah, I mean, I'm not an amateur. I know what I'm doing. So just, you know, check it out. I mean, yeah, it's pretty damn cool. All right, well, thanks guys for watching, and Bruce Willis signing out.